took me some time to get here because I was telling them how grateful I am that I get to coach them. They're a group that's completely committed to doing things the right way, and it's a real pleasure. You know, we combine skill, speed, grit, character, a lot of qualities that have gotten us to this point. So, great way to finish the semester. They now get a well-deserved break, and then we got to crank it back up and get back to this level when we get back in January.
Talked a lot about Gaudette this season. Finally gets rewarded with 2 goals tonight. It's nice to see that.
Yeah, it's great. I was just saying in another interview, we've never been so happy with a guy that hadn't scored a goal, and it was just a matter of time. And he's that whole line. I was just talking about that line with Chafee and Chow. They're sophomores. They've played together every game since they've been here, and that's our shutdown line. You know, 3 sophomores. You got Chafee and Gaudette are so big and play so heavy, and Chow's a good compliment to them. And those kids, they're the backbone of our team. That line, as I said, we play them against the best lines of the other team, and then they go out and they physically dominate and they score goals. And can't overstate how important Jake Gaudette is to our team.
Pritchard picks up assists on all 3 of your third period goals. Just what did you kind of see out of him that third period in terms of his ability to find his teammates?
Yeah. He's an elite offensive player, and when he said he was going to come here, I think only I knew how lucky we were to get him, because I knew the kid from coaching him before, and he's as good an offensive player as I've seen this year. I don't know how many points that he might have, almost 20. Is he close to 20 points now? And I think he had 20 points last year, and we needed, we were playing well, but he needed to set guys up with open nets in order for us to beat Tucker tonight, who played very well. But you can see, I've seen Pritch's game continue to develop as he gets more and more comfortable with the way we play, his line mates. But he's got a lot of stuff, a lot of ability that you don't coach. Just from the top of the circles down, he's a phenomenal player.
His patience and I guess his patience on that power play goal, kind of just standing behind the net for like 10 seconds before Chafee finally gets there.
This is what happened. Like, I had a little bit of a game plan against what we thought we were going to see from Yale. They didn't do what we were expected. And then the second period, I could see they're doing things that we didn't talk about. And then I realized, okay, these guys made up their own play, and they tried it in the second period, and then they scored on the third. And so they came back to the bench, and I said, Mark, you guys made that play up. Didn't tell me about it. And they're like, yeah. So what a sign that is of the team, where they're so comfortable that they see what's going to work. I don't have all the answers, and they know that, and didn't need to include me. And they went out and scored the wall. So, love it.
Tonight solidified Murray going undefeated in the first half of the season. How is it to have a goaltender like that on your roster?
It's great. I may have been able to win the game tonight. No offense to Matt, but he had a pretty quiet night. I know they still had 23 shots. He had to make a couple big saves. He always, in these games like this where we play well, he still has to make a couple big saves to keep the other team off, to limit them. And if he can limit teams to 2 goals, we'll usually find ways at home to score 3. But what a semester for him. 11-0. You couldn't have dreamt that, at the beginning of the year. So very happy for him. We challenged him in September, and we've pushed him, and he's responded glowingly.
3 for 3 on the PK tonight. How did you think that group performed against the Yale power play that's been producing a lot recently? Yeah,
they have a very good power play. Jared and Michael runs our PK, and he always has a very good game plan. And I'm trying to think, they didn't. I don't think they had. We got a little scrambled. We were trying to pressure the puck a lot, and they almost burned us on it, but I thought our pressure was pretty good, and killing all three was huge. And it was good to score some power play goals tonight because we haven't gotten a lot of chances in the power play, and to start to get a couple power play goals was nice because hadn't had that in a while.
Talk about the grittier team. I think first and second period, those bottom six forwards just kind of kept Yale hemmed in there with some good play on the boards. How important was that for you guys in terms of being able to kind of take control of this game?
Yeah, well, Yale played four lines pretty consistently, and we try to do the same to wear teams down. When we played Quinnipiac, they really played the heck out of their top lines, and to get our third and fourth lines, we call them heavy shifts when you can pin the team in the offensive zone. Those suck the life out of teams when you can just continually cycle pucks and they can't get out of the zone, and one shift after another. So it was our game plan tonight. It was just to really dominate in the offensive zone and make them have to defend continually. And I thought the guys did a great job executing all four lines.
Talk a little bit about just the resiliency of the team, 3 third-period goals against. Is that maybe a constant of this team? They just never seem to give up no matter what?
Well, I just feel like we can play really well, as we did for 40 minutes, and then they can still find another gear. And I feel confident as a coach that I can play all four lines, and I think it allows us to keep every line, keep their energy level pretty high. But there's just a lot of skill level out there too. The guys making plays, just Gaudette's first goal, 2 drop passes and then bury it. Like that's impressive stuff. Can't remember what you asked me, but well, you can ask me again if I didn't answer.
How do you feel about now this winter break? Because obviously you guys are playing as well as you guys have to the beginning of the season. Is it frustrating at all that you guys have to now take the 3 weeks off and hope that you can fire it back up in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, well, every team has that. Every team has that challenge. We've learned from last year and previous years that we probably gave a little too long break. So we're going to practice here for a couple more days, and then let them go next week. So they'll only be home about a week without practicing. So, and then we'll have 7 or 8 days of practice before we play again. So we feel like real big part of my job is managing their energy level, and I think we did a great job through this first semester. And this was the only stretch. We had 3 games in 5 days. Really, the only time that I was concerned were we going to be able to bring energy tonight. But Yale was in the same boat. So I think we need a break. Certain players on our team starting to wear down, get sick, energy levels, and I think we could all see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm going to go hibernate for a couple days because I'm tired as hell and I'm worn out, and it'll be great for us. So again, I think everything's been timed well this year, the 1-game weekends, but we're all ready for a little break.
Now at the end of the first half, where this kind of fit into your expectations, I guess, when you first kind of planned out the schedule?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Like 14-2, like how did this kind of end result play into your initial expectations of how this would play out?
I was hoping to be 15-1. No, it's great. I said to this group at the beginning of the year, before we even started practice, I said, I think we have a chance to do some really special stuff this year. To get McCarr back, to get Pritchard. We knew the freshman class was strong again. To see the growth of a lot of the kids from last year. We just seemed to have a lot of the pieces, and the goaltending was maybe the biggest question mark. And that was quickly proven. And this group, they've stayed steady. They haven't, the record or rankings hasn't affected them. They've stayed true to expectations, and I expect that to continue. They're an extremely mature group for a group that's mostly freshmen and sophomores. Extremely mature, and there's really nothing about the group that concerns me. That tonight when they tied the game 2-2, I honestly, in the past as a coach, I'd probably be, wound up and like, what the hell? But I was like, I was confident that they were going to find that next gear, and we were playing too well to lose that game. And I'm learning that I've got to just be patient. And again, this is a team just like that power play goal. They know what they need to do, and I trust them. They trust me. It's just there's really nothing that I could ask more of my team.
It's been a long time since I've scored a goal, so it's definitely nice to get on the score sheet and contribute that way.
Did you feel like your line in particular were just really feeling it tonight?
Yeah, I think we've had a really solid first half of the season. The last couple of games we've been all over the puck and just kind of missing close bounces. So tonight those bounces went our way and we got some pucks in the net.
Is there one, I guess, trait you can attribute the success your line has had this first half?
I think we're effective in just with cycles down low. The other team's end, we can we play against the top line often, and it makes a big difference if we can play in their end most of the time. It kind of cuts down their offensive chances. So I think we're really effective that way, and we're just physical. We command a heavy presence.
On your second goal, right after, or I think a minute after they tied the game up, is that just a relief to kind of get the lead right back?
Yeah, for sure. I think we've had a really solid game up into that part, and we kind of slipped a little bit, start the third. So to get that third goal and take the lead again was great for us. Yeah.
And what's going through your mind in those first two periods when it seems like the puck's out the other end of the ice for most of those periods?
I think you just got to stay focused. Make sure you're always watching the puck, even if it's on the other side of the ice. Just doing what you can to stay in the game.
For you, how do you stay in the game? Is there certain tricks that you do to kind of keep yourself focused and paying attention?
Like I said, I like just watching the puck, even if it's in the other zone, just following it around. If we're on the power play, watching it go from the goal line to the top of the blue line up across. Just always keep my eye on the puck. Kind of helps me stay dialed in.
11-0 from this first half of the year. I mean, how would you, I guess, describe the level of play you're playing at right now?
It's something I'm pretty happy about. I feel like my level of play has been acceptable. I've had a lot tremendous help from the guys in front of me. They made my job very easy, and that's led to our success as well. Personally, I feel like I've been seeing pucks well, moving, finding things through traffic, and yeah, like I said earlier, it's all about the guys in front of me that are helping me out through that game.
Is it a case where you just kind of get more and more confident after each win goes by?
Yeah, I think it's gotten to the point where it's almost become where excellence is a habit for us. It's not just something that we just happen to stumble upon, and I think we've worked hard, extremely hard to get to this level, and it's great to see everybody getting rewarded.
I think at one point Guard came here and said that you guys made up your own play on the power play at some point to kind of counteract what Yale was doing. What does it say about this team that you guys have the confidence to kind of talk to each other, like, all right, this is what we're going to do, and kind of almost coach yourselves a little bit in those moments?
Yeah, our power play has been great so far in the first half. They've done a great job, and they've been really creative. Anything that the defense throws at them, they've done a great job adjusting and finding ways to contribute despite kind of what the penalty kill comes at them with.
When Yale ties it there in the third, is it bench a little hectic, or is it kind of a cool confidence going on there?
I think so far this year we've had a lot of success in the third period, and I think we've gained a lot of experience. Whether or not we're down a couple of goals, we need to come back. We have a 1-goal lead, and we need to keep it. So I think that way our team, even though they came back and tied it in the third, it was kind of a cool confidence. We know that if we keep playing our game, we're gonna be okay.
Did you guys feel like you had another gear kind of after the first two periods?
A little bit. I think we were pretty confident coming into the third period that if we played the way we did the first two periods, that we would continue to have success. So obviously we slipped up in the first 5 minutes, but we were able to get back on track and finish off the game the way we wanted to.
Anything more for these guys?
This could be for either of you, but just obviously the long break coming up. Just how do you think you keep this consistency going once play kicks back up in January?
I think the biggest part is going to be taking that time away and just really focusing on healing yourself. Like, for example, like making sure your body's healthy and really taking advantage of that time away from the game. So when you do step on the ice, you're as prepared as you can be, and having that time where you can focus solely on practices and solely on being in the gym, and you don't have to worry about really those Friday and Saturday night games. It just really helps your body recuperate.
Yeah, I think if I can add to that too, we're going to skate a lot throughout the break. I know the last couple of years we've struggled right after Christmas. I think last year we lost 5 straight. So it's a focus for us to stay in the gym, stay strong, keep skating, and hopefully only get better in the second half.
I guess Brad said that at the beginning of the season, you kind of impressed upon you guys the fact that, hey, you guys could do something special. But I mean, to finish first half 14-2, I mean, where does this fit in terms of what you guys kind of expected out of yourselves in September?
I think I'll start. I think we had a feeling we'd be a strong team this year. 14-2 is impressive for anybody. But I think our team, we've done a great job just taking it one game at a time. So now obviously we're at the end of the first half. You can look back and say, wow, we're 14-2. But throughout the whole journey, we've done a great job of staying just focused on the next game.
Yeah, I agree with all that. I think just coming in to the beginning of the year, knowing what our sophomore class with the group that we've had and the experience that we now have, along with our juniors and seniors that we have this year, I think just having that solid established core group really helped the guys coming in fit in immediately, and they had such a minor adjustment period, and and all the freshmen have stepped up their game since our first exhibition, and they've been fantastic. Everyone up and down the line has been fantastic, and I think just that success, like 14-2 is a great number for any means. And if you would have told any of us that we'd be 14-2 on December 11th, a lot of us would be pretty surprised to hear that. But I think just our work ethic since day one is just this is where it pays off.